Roll Brothers podcast. This is ABC DVD, two brothers' alphabetical journey through their DVD collection that has a certain skill set. That skill set is entertainment. I'm Noah.
I'm Josh.
And yes, today we are doing Taken.
2008.
2008. This is definitely what we've said before, a meat and potatoes kind of movie. It is exactly what you expect, and it gives you exactly what you want.
Well, it is, I would call an efficient action movie.
It is.
Yeah.
Upon rewatching this, I'm like, I see the seeds of John Wick being planted.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, because we love John Wick, mostly. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's, like you said, it's 2008. Yep. A retired CIA agent travels across Europe and relies on his old skills to save his estranged daughter who has been kidnapped while on a trip to Paris.
I mean, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't really call her that estranged, but yeah.
Well,
I mean, more like he's rekindled a relationship because he was away at work. She doesn't seem that angry with him mostly.
I mean, it is one of those things where, and I'm going to talk about this, about the writing of this is what it's saying and this is what it's showing, and there are two things going on.
Yeah.
But it was directed by Pierre Morel.
Okay.
Who's known for District B13.
Okay. We haven't got a sequel yet, Pierre. You promised us he'd be back in like 3 years. He hasn't come back.
The Gunman and Peppermint.
Okay.
No, you're thinking about a different district.
Oh, right. That's that's District 9. District 13's the...
This is District B13. I don't know. It has a very...
I remember watching that. That's about the French martial art of running away, of leaping off buildings. I forgot about that. My apologies, Pierre. You're not the one to blame about the aliens.
That's a South African.
South African,
yeah. It's like, that's 13. This is B13. It has a very B feeling.
It has a B feeling. It's not a good movie.
But it was written by Luc Benson and Robert Carmen. Okay. Luke was known for The Fifth Element.
I like that.
Leon the Professional.
Also good.
Lucy and La Femme Nikita.
Okay.
These are all very good films.
Very good films.
Very good French films.
Ooh, I love French films, foreign, lovely French films.
Yes. A very specific kind of French film, though, but not no red balloon.
No red balloons. Yeah. No
long shots of
Yeah, French New Wave cinema is not my favorite, and I understand there's a time and place, not for me. So.
And Robert was known for The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, right.
Karate Kid 3.
Ooh, is that the one with the lady?
Yes, the lady.
I forgot who the actress was, but yeah.
No. This is still with Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san.
Okay.
And The Transporter.
Okay. So no, not the one with the lady.
No, it's not the new Karate Kid. Yeah. It stars Liam Neeson, so that means Josh gets to play I'm a big enough star, IMDb.
Okay, so taking out Taken.
Yes.
I would say Schindler's List.
1.
What would they choose? The Gray?
Oh, yeah, 2.
Okay. And then for the third one, it's like it's a toss-up. Like, would they choose Episode 1? Would they choose Love Actually? Would they go Art House with like Kinsey or something?
Ooh, which one of those 3?
I'll go Episode 1.
No, I'm sorry, it was Kinsey. But good, I was like, oh, well, I want to do Episode 1 or Love Actually. Those are more fun.
Yeah,
but good job.
1,000 Ways to Die in the West was also a possibility. Just he's in it. So
you did better me. I'm like, really, The Gray? I'm like, well, I guess he did beat up. That was bigger.
Dark Man was also a possibility, but that was so early in his career that no one really knows about it. So.
Maggie Grace.
Okay.
Who is all TV. It's Lost.
Okay.
Fear of the Walking Dead and Californication.
Okay. Yeah.
And Famke Janssen.
Okay.
Who is in the X-Men. She's Jean Grey.
Yeah, she's Jean Grey.
GoldenEye and The House on Haunted Hill.
Mm-hmm. She's also in a TNG episode, but we don't have to talk about that.
And we're not gonna.
Okay.
So, this jumps right into what I'm gonna say, like, playing on parental feelings and guilt.
I am curious how you felt watching it the first time versus watching it now that you have a daughter. But yeah,
I mean, it was interesting because my daughter tried to interrupt me during this, which I did not let her do it. But part of me is like, oh, these moments where you're not kidnapped. I should
honor these moments. Yeah, but
it starts out the home movies,
family videos, and
the whole like, oh, they're little and cute, and it sets the stake of a father who
cares about his kid.
Yes, which, like I said, the action speaking louder than words.
Yes.
It tries to set up that he was an absent parent, but it doesn't show that was the case beyond them saying you were an absent parent.
Yeah, I mean, we get these home videos where he's there when she's like 4 or 5 years old, based on the cake,
5.
and then it's him like kind of reminiscing and him waiting for her 17th birthday, and it's like, okay, he's retired. We learned because he wanted to spend more time with his daughter.
Well,
and I guess from the ages from 5 to 17, he wasn't there. Or something
I
like
mean,
that.
at some point, because they talk, he's, he buys a present. He's a very precise man.
Yeah. No, the precision gift wrapping kind of shows his.
I was like, that's not how I wrap presents.
No.
It's lucky if it's all covered.
Yeah, it's a lump. No one can guess what it is because it is all
exactly. But I mean, and he goes to the party. It's a very wealthy, but it's like.
The mansion versus the apartment that he lived in is stark difference.
Yeah, but it was like, and it establishes through very clunky dialogue that there was a messy divorce, and this is I have to knock it because all the energy was put into this being an action film. Yeah, there was no energy left for good stupid dialogue.
Yeah, for unclunky exposition.
Right,
we get divorced parents and doted upon stepdad, and then we get like the drinking, what I call the exposition of drinking buddies.
Yeah, no, the boys, exposition. Like, remember this time we were in Beirut? I love Beirut.
But he's retired now. Why don't you come work with us? Because you're so good at this. Things like,
I mean, things in the beginning. It's like it does establish things. I also was like, maybe 17-year-olds like ponies.
Yeah, I know.
But it is all this kind of like set up for later. I will forgive the clunkiness.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's like the daughter loves her dad loves daughter.
Yeah.
Ex-wife doesn't like things.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
The boys set up that they are all ex-CIA.
Yeah, they've got
and they are very good at what they do.
And they invite him on one more job, and he's usually like, "Oh no, not one more job," but it's just.
But no, this job is okay because you're gonna.
Yeah, this is to show that Liam Neeson is good at his job.
Yeah,
it's to show that he's going to protect this pop singer. He's going to try to still look out for his daughter, and he's going to stop a guy with a knife. That's the whole point of this.
That is the whole thing. It's done very well, and
it's done efficiently.
Yeah. We will forgive the that's the way. Like, don't worry about it. This is to get you to the real part of the movie. Yeah. There's a lunch date with his daughter where I said, if I have a complaint as a parent, this one annoyed me. Of like, you guys ambushed him.
Yeah, no, and I do appreciate that the movie shows that.
Yeah, that he's annoyed.
That he's annoyed, and when he does it, because she wants to go to Paris, and they need both parents' permission because she's a minor. And he's not comfortable with it because he knows the world from his paranoid point of view.
Yeah.
And then he decides to say yes and comes back to the house and give it to her, to his daughter, and she's happy. And the wife says, couldn't you have signed at the restaurant? It's like, couldn't you have called me before that? And it's like, that is a really good moment. It's like, that is showing that the wife is not, or the ex-wife is not, co-parenting properly.
Right. And I think I appreciate of the parental exposition.
Yeah.
That one struck the best.
Yes.
It's like, no, we could have had this conversation and then I wouldn't have been the bad guy or the good guy.
You wouldn't have been ambushed me and made me the bad guy kind of thing.
But he established like, hey, you need to call me. Here's a phone.
You tell me where you're going. Don't go anywhere else.
And I like, because I mean, this borders on a horror movie in some ways where it's establishing rules, like, why would these happen? And but he's like, just give me a call.
They go to the airport.
Or he finds out that
she's been lying to him. Yeah.
Lying to him, which, it is one of those weird things like, jumping ahead, like, if you're going to kidnap her, the lie was kind of unnecessary to establish. Yeah. And it's like that she was going to go globe-trotting around with you two. It's like,
she gets kidnapped at the first stop.
Which is almost funny. It's like, well, then you didn't need it. It's neither here nor there.
It's to show that it's really driving home that he's got concerns of the world, and the ex-wife is like, she's gonna be fine. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it does establish later that she did lie, but when they find out like, oh, the cousins are saying, she goes, no, now I feel guilty. I'm like, that was the guilt line. Okay, whatever.
Well, because she didn't know. It's like I
lied about things that I did know. I don't want to lie about things I don't know.
Let me lie for myself. Don't make me be a liar when I don't know I'm a liar. But yeah.
But anyway, the girls get to Paris. Yeah. They start talking to strangers in line. It's like, these are all the things like I have to laugh. Like, these are all taught you. Don't talk to strangers. Yeah. Don't tell them everything.
He's cute.
Yeah. So tell him everything. Like the door's unlocked and we're up here on the 5th floor.
Well, and that's where I bumped on because this guy does mark them for kidnapping and they get kidnapped pretty quickly. this is supposed to be like one of the richest parts of France.
Mhm.
And I was like, and the fact later when Liam Neeson's trying to get in, he has to pretend. These guys got in no problem. They got to the apartment no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there's corruption, but it's like, yeah, I feel like with other kidnappings that we see, it's like getting them in a club, but for the most amazing part of this movie, which is the phone call, we need them to be kidnapped in the apartment.
No, I like that. Everything gets forgiven because this is what the. But it is like those things like, wait a second.
Wait, how did they get in? How do they know which apartment? Wait, this
well,
is.
She told him which apartment
That's
number.
true,
but I mean, that's the thing is like, and then there's the I have to laugh because this is where I put it into a horror story.
Yeah.
Like you have a virgin talk,
Yeah.
like to establish that she is a virgin.
Yes.
And it's like, ooh, virginity works in horror films and also
this-
kidnapping
Yes.
films.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, we do get.
But that does play into the plot later. So
no, it does, and,
yes,
I'm not criticizing it. It's just one of those funny things where,
Yeah.
like how in horror films when we talk about like Cabin in the Woods, that the virginity is like, wow, you veer real close to horror film.
I mean,
rules.
The difference between this and Hostel are very minor. It's Liam Neeson saving the person. That's the only difference between these two movies.
Yeah, Hostel's difficult.
Yes,
but,
it is. Yeah,
but yeah, you get the famous line, which I feel was
in the trailers.
Used ad nauseum in the early 2000 of like, I have a certain set of skills.
Yes.
You know, and this is
just walk away. And,
this does show him. This is him being the badass. Is like when his daughter says, "Hey, there's people." He's like, "Okay," he's already getting set up. Like, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen. And this is probably the reason Liam Neeson chose to take this role, because he has stated that he thought this was going to be a direct to DVD. No one's ever going to see this. This was not going to revitalize his career as an action star. But he's like, I never really got to be the action star, and this sounds awesome. I want to do it, and that's why I agreed to do the project. And so it's like, that's why it's like, you never know. And this one,
it took off.
It took off.
It took off. But I mean, he establishes that he's already collecting evidence, and I appreciate whereas in other films it'd be like, hey, baby, you're gonna be okay.
Lock yourself in the bathroom. I'll call the police or something.
It's like he says, you're going to get taken. You need to give me
all the information
before it's too late. It's like, he already knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you can see, and this is a great part of acting, you can see he's dying inside too. I mean, it's like the professional versus the father of, I need to do this, but I don't want to hear this either. You know?
But his professional side takes over.
Yeah.
And it's in that moment when he knows that the bad guy's listening. He's like, and he does like, I have certain sets, like, I'm giving, it's like,
I'll give you this one chance to walk away.
And this is like I said, where the John Wick's like, I am a certain skilled person.
Yeah.
If you stop now, we don't have to have this. But of course, the bad guy goes, like, ha ha ha, foolish mortal.
Yep.
But yeah. And so he's like, okay, we're off to the races.
Yep.
You find out through his contacts that they're Albanian mafia.
Yep.
They deal in slave trade, especially in women.
In the sex trade,
They were known for like, just taking people from, it's like, but they've switched over to like, we'll just kidnap tourists.
Yeah, cuts down on travel cost, and his group says it's like,
you get 96
hours. Here's your ticking clock.
Yeah. So which is fun. I like it keeps the pace going.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes back to Paris. Like you said, he goes back to the scene of the crime. He's having to.
Well, and I joke like he gets into the apartment by holding groceries, and it's French groceries because it's lettuce and a French bread. French bread sticks out of it. Otherwise, it's not legally groceries. So.
It's like, are you in Paris? Do you have a baguette? Here's your free baguette. Welcome to Paris.
This is the first baguette of the movie that I noticed, because there are others. But
he finds all the stuff. He finds the broken phone. I have to laugh because it's not a spy/thriller movie if you don't get a photo and you enhance it.
Yeah, enhance. And it's like, now these very dated photo booths with the micro.
No. European photo booths are decades ahead of us. They can enhance the photo. But he's like, no, we figure out who Peter is.
Yeah.
And we get, I was like, our first Quotty Fingers interrogation, which is, I'm just going to keep hitting you in the chest until you tell me, which he doesn't get anything.
Yeah. I also do appreciate where he tells the taxi driver to drive, and he's like, no, I'm going to get out and run away.
Which is like, there is some like realism. Is like, no, he's not going to drive. He's going to run away.
He's going to run away. He's a scared Frenchman,
But yeah, no, Peter gets interrogated and eventually crushed.
Yeah, he jumps off a bridge, gets away, and then gets hit by a truck because,
that's how it happens.
That's how it happens. But, the investigation reaches a dead end. Sorry.
But yeah, no, Liam talks to his French friend, Jean-Claude. I'm like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like,
I am Jean-Claude or Pierre Le Peuc.
On one hand, I'm like, that is the most French thing. I was like, it's being written by Frenchmen. It's like, you could have chosen anyone.
I'm Mr. John Smith. Hi, John. Yeah, but
basically
his old contact
saying like,
days,
this is bigger than you think.
Yeah. Please don't make it messy for
me.
You know.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on the investigation, and it leads to basically him putting a bug on a pimp.
Yeah,
and figuring out where he needs to go next.
Well, and I do love that this French contact has kids, and he's reading the kids Little Red Riding Hood, which is basically the cautionary tale of this story of a little girl in the woods
on her own,
being hunted down. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's a nice
it's all there.
But yeah, he hires a translator, gets a pimp, to bug, translates him, knows where to go to the next step.
Yeah, which is a construction site. And it's like, this is an icky scene.
Yeah, the construction site brothel.
Yeah, and it's like, this is like, I'm going to go back because I'm going to be comparing this to John Wick.
Yeah.
This is the establishment of, we don't like these bad people. Guys. These are bad guys.
Yeah.
They, and John Wick is like, you killed a puppy. Yeah. I no longer like you.
Yeah, it's like
this one's like, this is disgusting.
Yeah,
you can beat them up to all.
I don't care how you hurt them because they're all terrible people.
Right, and this allows the audience to go along with Liam Neeson, karate chopping everyone.
Yeah, he finds a girl that has his daughter's jacket. All these girls have been drugged to keep them docile and hooked, onto things. So he rescues one after having what I call the brothel fight, and these fights are kind of Jason Bourne-esque shaky camera thing, but it's quick. But they're efficient. They are. No. There's not a lot of. Okay, we're gonna have to.
No, it's not the Jason Bourne where it's drawn out for 10 minutes.
It's like
he gets them down.
He gets them down and he gets out. And then there's a car chase. And
with too many white trucks because about which white truck? It's like that's the white truck with the car rack on it. But yeah,
and then excavator extermination.
In the vein of action movies, Albanians shoot like stormtroopers.
Yes.
I feel like they are right next to him with.
Guns pointed
with an automatic weapon. They don't touch him.
But
he saves the girl. He gets to the the safe house. Gets her all hooked up on the good medicine.
And I like this moment when he's hooking her up, and you see him tired. But it's like, I have 96 hours. I can either sleep and have energy, but if I do that, I lose many hours. But it's like that's that.
Well, and he does. I mean, I like how the thing is like he does fall asleep because Jean-Claude calls him and says, "Hey." Yeah, we need to meet.
Yeah, no, it is that thing of I need the energy. It's like as much as I want to keep going, it'd be better for me to take the time to take a long rest than versus keep going.
Yeah, but
I do appreciate that.
Jean-Claude's giving him, the not real deal.
Yeah,
of like you can leave.
Yeah,
but he's obviously been set up to try to get arrested by the French authorities.
Yeah, it's like. There's corruption going above this. And,
and it also establishes, I think, if in the argument is like you're not going to be getting any help from the Quirty Fingers good guys.
Yeah.
So you're on your own.
Yeah.
The girl finally wakes up and basically gives him this like the next step. The next step was like you have to go find the house with the red door
on this area of
on Paradise Lane.
And he finds it. Goes
this is one of those. Where the exposition does work.
Yes.
Is in these scenes where he reads the room and is able to. He has enough information to play bad cop.
And I briefly bumped on. It's like, this Irish guy is French, cops. But I went, with the European Union the way it was, there is a chance that there would be an exchange of an Interpol, that there would be an exchange of agents all over the place. So why not?
Yeah. I mean, and also it's like you could have had one of them say like, "Wait, you're French," and he's like, what the hell does it mean to you?
I moved here 10 years ago. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But basically, he gets them to believe that he's a bad cop.
Yeah.
And gets the good luck. Which was done earlier. Like that's the only word he got from the person on the phone.
Yeah.
And it just so happens.
Yeah. And again. A very efficient kitchenette fight, and it's like
he kills everyone
very quickly, very efficiently, even the reinforcements, and takes the one guy to be interrogated.
That and he finds the other friend,
Amanda, who's
dead. But it is that kind of funny thing. Is like in the establishment is like, well, we're not supposed to root for Amanda. It sucks she's dead.
She sucks. But it is more of like this is bad. This is real stakes because she's not a virgin, she was deemed lesser, so she's already been used up.
Yeah, but I mean,
and died of an overdose, basically.
Well, and I mean, it also comes back to is like this is not a hero's film. He's not here to save everyone. He's here to save one person, and he's being efficient.
He didn't release any of the other girls from the concrete brothel. He's not releasing anyone here. He's going after his daughter only.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be slowed down. He's only got 96 hours.
Yeah, but we get his interrogation.
Yeah, and I actually appreciate that this is a quiet interrogation. It's like usually when you electrocute, you're the scream, and it's like no, I'm going to muffle you. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's back to being I have skills.
Yeah,
and I appreciate the kind of banter. Is like, oh, when we do this in third world countries, it's a big pain because the grid's not set up. But here you flip a switch. You can go all day.
Yeah, and he gets his information, and of course, again, not a hero. It's like this guy hurt my daughter.
It's like you're
either going to die from electrocution, or you're going to be here in pain until someone hears your screams, kind of thing.
But he's figured out that he needs to go talk to his old friend
who has a baguette. Just in case you forgot it was France. He walks home with just one baguette.
Yeah, because that is your allotment of baguettes for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes to the house, and they cut to the chase real quick.
Yeah, the dinner party is like they're kind of trying not to include the wife, but then Liam is like, I don't have time for this.
It's like we do not have time to banter around. He goes, you need to tell me because I know you're dirty.
Yeah,
and it comes clean.
Yeah.
The thing that this does different is Liam shoots the wife.
Yeah,
it's like, whoa.
You think he'd shoot like the guy, the wife would freak out. I was like, no, he's going to shoot the wife. It's like, I'm going to make your kids orphans if you do not answer me. It's like, okay.
It's like,
he's
pissed. Not, it's like, but yeah, he gets the information of, it's like, I need to know who this Saint Clair is.
Yeah.
You're a dirty cop.
Yeah.
And to his word, he doesn't kill him.
No,
he's like, okay.
And apologize to your wife. I'm sorry I shot her.
I'm sorry. It looked like a lovely dinner.
Yeah, it's like,
we get to the fancy party, which to video game people like, man, this felt like a Hitman.
Oh,
if you've ever played the game
Hitman,
it's like you're having to be as stealthy as possible. You have to put on different outfits. Maybe you're a waiter, maybe you're not, and you have to hide bodies. Yeah, and that is like the first half of this party.
Yeah, and that is like he infiltrates the high-end party. There's the convenient corpse closet for the elevator. It's like I wrote Hitman down as well. So it's like
no. As long as you're carrying the champagne, you could be a waiter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But he gets to the high-end auction for the girls that were deemed more worthy. And he's slowly watching his daughter is the top of the line because, as we established, she is untouched. She is pure. It's like
it's all the dirty. It makes you feel bad. But like, keep pushing that red button.
Yeah.
And it's like, we'll push it. It's like, Liam, I'm glad that he's like, no, I'll push the button. We can push it as many times as we want. It's not real money.
Yeah. But
he does finally get knocked out.
Yeah, he gets knocked out and captured.
I mean, the scene is good. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it's not Bond levels of like, oh, haha, we caught you. It's like he got lucky that the pipe.
Yeah, he escaped because of shoddy workmanship.
Yeah. And it's like, and I do like that the St. Clair's like, because like, would you please go tell them what their definition of quiet is?
Because he thought they shot him. Like, you could assume that was like, no, we know how to do it. And I guess if there was a complaint about this movie, and I don't really have one, is there's not one real bad guy. There's just a whole bunch of little bad guys.
I appreciate.
But I actually was like,
that works
okay
better because then it becomes a Bond film.
Well, yeah, if you had
one, it's like no, you dipped your toe into a very large world of ick.
Yeah,
and it's like it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're not trying to take down the
whole organization. You're just trying to get your daughter,
and you're just seeing vignettes of no. Here are the grunts. Here are the middle management. Here are the people funding it.
Here's the buyers. Yeah, and you touch on one of each. And so he finds out who bought his daughter. It's on a ship.
Right. It's like it is that kind of like it does play into some weird Eurocentric stereotypes of like no the grunts are these Eastern Europeans and like the middle management are like Americans and French and at the billionaires are these Middle sheiks, Eastern sheiks. It's like there's a little bit of like. But but I understand.
Stereotype, it's like we don't make them, we just see them kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, no, he gets to a boat. There's a little car chase to get to the boat, and it's like
a jump, and
he kills everybody on the boat.
Yes,
and it's done in the way. It's like, this is believable. He, he's able to, shoot people in strategic ways where it's not like, I don't know. He's dodging bullets where you should. It's like, no, he's doing it right.
For the most part. And then there's like, okay, we do need to have a nice hand-to-hand knife bottle fight. We've had you kill too efficiently. Let's slow you down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But he gets it.
He gets it done. And then
the Sheik is holding
his daughter.
And it's like, this is where I appreciate because he stays in character from start to finish. It's not like at the end, like, well, let's make a negotiation. The Sheik says like one word and he's like, he shoots him.
He's waiting for the Sheik to make that negotiation. It's like, we can, and this, like, now his focus is on me instead of my daughter.
Exactly.
And
but he's like, no, my intention was never to leave anybody alive. It's no, whatever gets my daughter.
Yeah. You assume those other 2 girls that are on the boat, they got out fine, but he got his daughter out. That's all that matters. He somehow gets out of France.
I am willing to believe. Well, no, because I mean, let's go back because we never talked about the stepfather.
That's true.
Got him to France with a private plane. But I'm going to assume it's the same way out. And that his contacts at the CIA are going to smooth things over. Because especially if he says like, listen, Jean-Claude's kind of dirty. Jean-Claude's probably not going to raise a fuss because
I won't say anything. But
but he's like, you need like, I don't want to see you.
So.
Behind the scenes, filling in the gaps, that's okay. His daughter is going through this is like she gets back into perkiness rather easy. But
whatever.
I mean,
to be fair, all she got happened to her was probably a little beaten, a little drugged. She was not raped. She may
not remember a lot of it.
They wanted to keep her pure.
She may not
saw things. But what was done to her was probably minimal because they wanted to keep the goods good.
No, and it's like there could be things like, she may not remember this. But the director probably in like, I'm going to say like a test audience, so like leaves you with a happy ending of Liam taking his daughter to that pop star that he had saved. Said,
it's an unnecessary extra scene, but it's a nice extra scene.
I really do believe that's like you could have ended at the boat with them hugging,
or at the airport of the mom saying thank you.
And, one of those things like that could have been. It's like, but I feel like this one feels like a test audience just needed that little extra. Like, we want the win.
They're not estranged at all. It's like, well, they never really felt estranged, but I
know, but it's like where you do feel like because I felt a little bit like at the airport. It's like, I just saved you, and everyone's leaving me.
Yeah, well, it's like, do you want to ride the car? It's like, no, I really don't want to ride with you guys.
Yeah, it's like, no, you all kind of suck.
He's like, you didn't listen to me, and I had to go clean up your mess.
I was like, see what happens? It's very much a dad thing. Like, if everyone had just listened to me.
Now, Liam Neeson had like American parents saying, thank you for making this movie. My daughter wanted to go to Paris, and this movie made me realize that how dangerous it was. As Liam Neeson was like, this is extravagant. This is to the nines. This is not real. Let your daughter get out of America because it's probably best for them to get some multiculturalism. It's like, it's that thing of be smart.
Everything is like, the world is not as dangerous. The world is not as safe. It's like, use your head. But
I mean, it's
like you do have to be aware of dangers. It's like I think this does have like, don't talk to strangers.
So you want to go to these countries and just discover them.
Because they're unknown. They're undiscovered.
Undiscovered what?
Undiscovered countries.
Oh, Star Trek 6, the undiscovered country.
Yes, that's we're just gonna go straight to Star Trek 6. Because
undiscovered country. We need some U's.
U's.
Yeah, that's how the alphabet works.
And we never get the alphabet wrong.
So hopefully you've seen Taken. It's a very quick, very efficient movie. I quite enjoy it. I would suggest it.
I'd say this, and to go from this to John Wick it's fun. It's a single person, in their prime, doing what they do before they turn to superheroes in the sequels.
And then join us for one of the better Star Trek movies next week. So thanks for stopping by.
All right,
bye. It helps you discover things.
Like if you got an email from a stranger, most of the time you want to do it, but sometimes you want to respond to that email. If you were Tom Hanks, you would totally want to respond to Meg Ryan. That is, you've got mail.
See, I was trying to set up Undiscovered Country, which is our next movie. So do you want to delete all this?
Yes, all right.
Oh, look at that. We do get a good blooper.
No, it doesn't know how the alphabet works.
was like, where is he going with it? I gave him a perfect
Sorry,
setup.
I have You've Got Mail
Yeah, I know.
written down.
It's like, what? No.
No, we're skipping Sergeant going straight to Tom Hanks. I love him. He's a national treasure.
Yes.
Meg Ryan's fine.
Yeah.